Welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a great week so far. It's already hump day. Who can believe it? It's time to hump it up with the humpiest of all the humpists out on the internet. That's right. It's the Hump Day Squad ourselves. I'm so happy you're here. Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you had a great rest of your week since Monday. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. It's freaking nuts. But joining me back, as always, everybody, is the guy you know, the man of the hour himself, the pep star, everybody. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. Peppy, how you doing, man? What's going on? What's going on?
Peppy in the house.
Yeah, Peppy in the house, man.
Hey,
are you well today? Having a good day? You having a good day, huh?
Do you really care?
I do care, Peppy. I do care. Come on, man. I care so much. Please.
Just don't lie to me.
I won't lie to you, Pep Star. I won't lie to you, okay? Just, it's hump day.
I don't know if you're talking.
It's a good day, man. It's hump day.
No, Pep Star loves hump day. You know why? I'm not going to tell you why. But Pep Star loves hump day.
I don't know what's happening.
I know that Pep Star loves hump day, man.
Can anybody hear me? What's happening?
I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. And also joining us back on Kruse Control, I don't know if she can hear me or not, but it's Miss Sabrina Vittori. Sabrina, welcome back to Kruse Control. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? How are you doing, Sabrina?
Hi. I think I heard my name. I don't know. I can't. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the sound situation. Again, the internet in this hotel is amazing.
Yeah, the internet.
I'm great. Thank you for having me again. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. Good to see you on a Hump Day, Sabrina. Very excited to see you here. I know Peppy was telling me too. He's excited you're coming
Welcome back,
right?
Sabrina.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have Peppy. You back. It's good. Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing really good, aren't you, Pep Star? He's like, yeah, he's doing his thing. He's always doing his freaking thing. But yeah, anyways, thank you being here, Sabrina. Appreciate you as always, Peppy. Just tell Sabrina how you're doing for like a second, right? You're doing well, right? Yeah, he doesn't care. Anyways, I went to the wrong side because all these weird internet things happening.
Zach, hi, Queen. Hi, Ty.
Also joining us back is Mr. Mike Casey. Mike, welcome back to Kruse Control. Our resident intellectual himself. How you doing, man?
Hey, man. I'm doing great. I have to take quarter with your introduction though, because we're like, we're pretty humpy, but humpiest on the internet, like it's an incredibly high bar for a place that's well known for humpy behavior. So yeah, I would say maybe one of the humpier places on the internet, but I would reserve that EST suffix for something more humpy than us. Hi, Brian. Thanks for
I mean,
having me
goddamn.
on. Hey, Pep, you got Ed Hyde in the house. So your biggest fan.
Yeah, what do you think about Ed Hyde, Peppy?
Nice and dandy like cotton candy. Ha ha.
Yeah. Well, happy to have you here too, Mike. It's going to be a great night. But we also have somebody that's, new to a Wednesday. He's usually here on a Monday. But everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control, Mr. Jake Slanetti. Jake, welcome back to Kruse Control, man. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? I'm here.
It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Hell yeah, Jake's here. Hell yeah, Jake's here. Shake your boom boom. Hell yeah, Jake's here.
What up, Peppy?
Peppy's really excited you're here.
Yeah.
He's really excited
My
you're here.
man, Jake.
Pretty humpy.
He really is humpy. He really is
Yeah.
humpy. But how you doing, man? You been good?
Yeah, been good. It's been a
Since Monday?
yeah. Weather's good, so can't complain.
Very nice. So good to see you. Very good to see you. And
You too.
thank you all for being here on Kruse Control as always. Sabrina's having some internet issues. That place is not the best. I mean, it's really not the best for her internet. So if she's trying her best, she might be back here soon. But we're excited. It's hump day. It's going to be a good day. It's really awesome that you're all here to be on here, Kruse Control, having a good time with us. I know Peppy's excited. He's been excited all day. He's like, man, it's hump day. It's freaking hump day.
Pump
here
it
all
up
day.
on up day. Let's get
Yeah, we'll
it
hump-
in.
Yeah, let's get it in, Pep Star.
He's fired up today. Oh my
It
god.
really is.
Yeah, he really is.
Tell your friends to watch us live.
Thanks, Peps. He's just pitching shit. He's very happy. He's excited. I'm excited too. I'm really excited everybody's here. So, anyways, everybody, thank you for being here tonight. Happy hump day. Hope you had a great Tuesday. We missed you yesterday. We were off. But it didn't matter because we were off because there's always stuff going down. Doesn't matter if it's a Monday, Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, any day of the week. There's always a lot of breaking news. Come on. All right, the very first thing I want to talk about is Venom 3, everybody, because Venom 3, we finally got some news about Venom 3. They have a title for it. Now it's called Venom: The Last Dance, and it's getting pushed up, actually. So it was coming out November 8th of this year, but now it's moving up to October 25th of 2024. So pull up a little bit earlier. We got a title, could be fun. Still not a lot of plot details. We keep hearing about maybe a young Spider-Man in this. We'll have to wait and find out. I'm very excited to see what they do with Venom. That's, of course, The Last Dance means, hey, maybe this is really the end for Venom. Who knows? What's going on here? I guess we want to play breaking news one more time. So maybe the system is just haunted. But I'm very excited to see where Venom 3 goes because Venom is, I love it. I do think it's a great, great show. Buttons on me, everybody. Buttons on me. People stop pushing buttons here. I don't know if someone's pushing buttons. But also Venom 3, we also have the Batman idea because Batman is being pushed, everybody. Batman's being pushed by a year. That's right. The Batman, Matt Reeves Batman sequel is coming out with Pattinson. And now it's being pushed to a whole year. They're saying because of the strikes, which it could be because of that. Of course, things were delayed 6 months. Something like this. They weren't that far into it. That would make sense. People are online speculating maybe it'll be canceled. I don't think it's being canceled. I think this works with the Superman coming out. Be a little time between movies. And of course, this is not connected to the DCU as it is. It's a spin-off, world that they're going to never Elseworlds that you won't actually associate with the whole DCU storyline. So I think it's fine they're pushing it. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't make any sense. So just make Pattinson Batman. Just do it. Just do it. There was a Venom 2. Edward Hyde's there was. It came and it went. I had Woody Harrelson in it. It's actually pretty fun seeing Woody as Carnage. But the Batman 2 is pushed, but another Batman series is finally coming out. The animated series Batman has been pushed forward finally. And of course, it was on Max, got sold to Amazon. We talked about this before. It's called Batman, the Caped Crusader. It's a spinoff of the animated series. They're doing a 10-episode miniseries. And the idea is, though, they have a new villain coming on. I'm butchering. Onomatopoeia. Is that how you say it?
Onomatopoeia. You had it in the green room.
Onomatopoeia. I had it in the green room, but I don't have it now. Onomatopoeia is coming in. He's from the Green Arrow series, and then he's actually a villain who's someone that kills vigilantes that don't have powers. And he came in the comic books. He came into the Batman universe too, and Batman: The Widening. And they want to do it, but they said he couldn't do it in live action because he's just trying to kill Batman the whole time. But every villain's trying to kill Batman. So, of course, this villain's good. Everyone wants to kill. The Joker wants to fucking kill the fuck out of Batman. So, I don't know. I think it was cool. His superpower is he can make sound effects like Police Academy. the guy at Police Academy, and he makes sound effects of like you dying as he's killing you too. That's the whole thing. So kind of demented, but they already make this cartoon. Well, they made this is a new one coming off of with Bruce Timm doing this. So
Michael Winslow, that's the guy. That's the guy's name from Police Academy.
Michael Winslow, thanks for that, Mike. Yeah, you're right. So he can do this as onomatopoeia, and as I think Jake said, onomatopoeia out there too. Can conquer out there. But Batman's coming back, and so is Ready Player One. Well, Ready Player Two is coming, but Spielberg's not going to direct this one. Spielberg came forward and he said, "Okay, I'll executive produce it, but I'm not going to helm this one. We're going to find a new director. We're going to figure out how we're going to make this work." Now, of course, the last one released in 2018, so it's been a little while since the last one. It did pretty well, fairly well. So you'd think they would have came faster, but he won't direct it. New director coming in, but hopefully it's good. Ready Player Two, because we had one, we got to do it too. But somebody else that's coming back is Bill Maher, because Bill Maher's show has been picked up more at Max, everybody. That's right. Warner Brothers has picked up his show for a few more seasons. Now he's going till the end of 2026. That'll make it like 700 episodes of his show when it's all said and done. It's wild. Good for him. He's really done really well with this show. And he said in an announcement about the whole thing, he really was talking about it. It's like, guys. It's like, this is going to be awesome because 2 more years in the dream job of a lifetime on the network so many dream of being on. I think that's what you call a no-brainer why he'd sign back up to do more of this. So Bill Maher's coming back for more.
It's interesting that he seems like so grateful in this context while he's so eager to spray shit on those beneath him in Hollywood.
Dude, Mike, he sprays a lot of shit and he creates a lot of fire, just like Fire Country's coming back, everybody. That's right, Fire Country's coming back by CBS, has been renewed for a 3rd season. If you're a friend or a fan of this show, it's coming back for one more. It's done really well, 9.21 million viewers in this live 7-day preview, so not too bad at all. Good for this production coming forward. They're probably very excited because, honestly, who wouldn't be? A 3rd season coming for a CBS? I gotta tell you, someone that's scared of fire though is Frankenstein, everybody. And Frankenstein is coming finally. That's right. We got an idea. We finally found out what Mike makes me laugh. Maggie Gyllenhaal's Frankenstein movie is going to be called The Bride. That's right, with Christian Bale on there, and also a pretty big cast overall. You got Peter Sarsgaard, you got Jesse Buckley, you got Annette Bening, you got Penelope Cruz in this. Pretty big crowd, and of course Gyllenhaal is writing and directing this as well. So hopefully it's good. It seems like a great premise. Of course, it is based off Mary Shelley's classic novel Frankenstein. So I have high hopes for this. We talked about this for a long time. It's been going back and forth. Netflix had to cancel it, going on other networks. So hopefully they can find a good home for this, and it does really well. They're shooting very soon. It's actually going to come out when Venom was supposed to come out now. So actually, it's going to be released on October 3rd, taking Venom's spot as Venom gets pushed a year or gets pulled a year. So that was, yeah. But anyways, really crazy. But something else I'm excited about is Tron, everybody. Tron Ares right now. Tron Ares, we got first look of Jared Leto here in the costume. Look at this. Jared Leto rocking the Tron costume, looking very stoic and serious here on set. And, there's not much happening with Tron Ares we found out about. But, they've been shooting in Toronto, so I love when I see little leaks about this. So I just want to show you. So here's the first official picture of him live on set, dressed in his whole Tron costume. But somebody else that I wish would direct Tron is Christopher Nolan, everybody. And Christopher Nolan is talking about his next project because, of course, now that this is all said and done, what's he going to do? Well, he's going to do either a remake of The Prisoner. That's a project he wanted to do a long time ago. It's based off a mystery thriller TV series from 1960s. Or he's going to do an original project. He's been actually thinking about just writing something new, something original, and doing it for himself. Now, it came out just in the trades like yesterday that how much he made for Oppenheimer, which was like close to $100 million, which is nuts. They didn't expect this movie to do that well, but he took a 9-figure deal, that 9-figure deal that he came into for all this. And they're saying it's based off his salary, back-end compensation, box office, and bonuses he got for actually winning a couple Oscars. So Nolan's rolling in the money. He can do whatever he wants. People are like, he can just buy Coyote and First Acne, no problem. Just shit that shit out himself and maybe make some profits. Maybe he should do that, everybody. Maybe he should, but I don't know if he actually will. But also, I do know that what you shouldn't do at the Oscars is, tweet about something that maybe you shouldn't tweet that my show got snubbed. But of course, the lead from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Shamik Moore came forward and he was actually tweeting during the Oscars and they didn't win Best Animated Film. When The Boy and the Heron won, he said, got robbed. And he tweeted robbed in the whole thing. And I was like, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. That's not a right thing to do during the Oscars. Like, don't say that. They went backpedaled afterwards. He says, well, okay, guys, respect for the winners. It's true. I'm definitely a sore loser, but we didn't lose Spider-Verse. We did lose, but it didn't impact a lot of people. We may have not been acknowledged tonight, but life goes on and beyond. get ready for more. Because, of course, there is more movies coming for this whole project. So good for him. And, of course, for him, you shouldn't say that shit. You really shouldn't say that shit. When you say that, sometimes you look like a fool and people just come after you and attack you, especially on social media these days. You know, you got to be careful what you do. You got to be careful what you smoke because Cheech and Chong have smoked everything, everybody. One more movie.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Last movie. Don't be scared. Cheech and Chong's last movie. It's half documentary, half like found footage kind of. You know, the director's first thing, David Buchel, came forward and he took all this past footage they didn't release before, interviews and everything else from the Playboy Mansion all around. Pop this shit together. It's like a big road trip talking about their lives and where they went and their career. And then they come together for, I guess, a very fitting ending. And it's technically their last movie altogether. So, Spider-Verse definitely snubbed. I think Spider-Verse was a really great animated film. I'm surprised it didn't win, but then again, I hear the boy in the here and it's great. I hear it's great. So like, why would you not? It's tough. It was a lot of tough competition during the Oscars, really was. But one thing during the Oscars, though, too, everybody knows who had the best, I would say the best performance of the night was John Cena, everybody. And John Cena was out there striding up naked. Woo, one more time, we're talking about naked John Cena. But John Cena was out there, and apparently when they did this whole thing, Jimmy Kimmel got a lot of shit from right backstage at the Oscars. They're like, this
Great ass!
Great ass. You're right. A lot of meetings about this, emails, text messages, he said, phone calls. People were sweating because they knew that he wanted to do it. There was no stopping. And that's what he said. And when he said he was going to do it, they're like, well, that card has to be super big. How big is the card going to be? Make it bigger, make it bigger, make it bigger. And they were fighting about the card size. And then he's like, well, that's, good for John Cena. I guess they got to cover a lot up. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. Appreciate you all. Peppy was getting a little mad at me. I don't know. He's freaking out about something here. I don't know what the heck's going on with Pep Star today. He's like happy, then he's fired up, then he's pissed. I don't know what's going on. Man, what the hell? Can you please stop barking once in a while? Because I don't.
Oh, no, hell no.
Yeah, fuck you, man. I love you. I love you.
I saw that John Cena picture. He's going for the D'Angelo look, Brian.
he really is. He really is. But good for Peppy. Peppy, come on. It's only Wednesday, so calm down. We got a lot of work to go.
Is it Friday yet?
It's not Friday yet, Peps. We'll get there eventually. We'll eventually get there, okay? Well, a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. I'm so excited to have you here. It's going to be a fun night. And this is that time. We put that minute on the clock for all my guests and my lovely co-hosts to give me what I like to say is their hot takes. Cena's Cakes. Now it's time for those hot takes. This is that time to put that 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests and my co-hosts have 1 minute to break down all their hot takes for all the latest breaking news. That's like 12 topics tonight. They can do this. If Sean was here, the king of Wednesdays, but unfortunately it's his birthday, so he's off celebrating, so we don't have him today. He would say, we have so many seconds. I don't know what 12 about.
5 seconds even, Brian. 60
5
divides
seconds?
evenly by 12. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Mike is a residential intellectual, so he hit me with it first. I should have gone to you initially, so I appreciate that, Mike. Sabrina, who's going to go first on the hot takes tonight? What do you think? I don't know if Sabrina can hear us.
Hotel problems.
Yeah. Who's going first, Sabrina?
All the graphics make the audio go in and out for me. I pick Jake.
There we go. Maybe if we give her physical, or visual,
movements and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Jake.
Enough.
Yeah. Jake, are you ready for your hot takes? How you feeling, man? It's a lot of topics tonight. Just 12. It's not bad. Not bad, right?
I'll be all right.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right. All right, Jake, get serious.
It's real serious.
I know.
Real freaking serious, because it's the most serious thing on the internet, again, is hot takes.
And super humpy.
And super humpy. The super humpiest hot takes of all the humpiest. That's what I want from you.
What?
I want the super humpiest hot takes of the Wednesday. Here we go, man. All right, you got this? You feeling good?
Yeah.
It's not a lot of pressure, man. It's not a lot of pressure. Come on, you got this. Here we go. All right. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
All right, we're talking about Venom 3 and Batman 2. Cool. Onomatopoeia. That's kind of fun. Wasn't there a camp that you'd go to and you'd try not to poop in your pants or something about that? Camp Onawana, we hold you in our hearts. And when I think about you, it makes me want to fart, right?
Salute your shorts,
yeah. So Bill Mayer could probably get farted on a few times. Fire Country's pretty cool. I haven't watched it really, but I've kind of caught a few things that looks like I might be interested. The Bride movie sounds interesting. Cheech and Chong's last movie, it's kind of sad, like the ending of an era, but it's probably okay because they're just it is what it is. You know exactly what you're gonna get when you watch a Cheech and Chong movie. Jared Leto is Tron. I haven't watched the first Tron. I know, Brian, you're gonna be mad about that because I know you love Tron, but I have not watched it. Christopher Nolan, Across Spider-Verse, John Cena. I'm never gonna lick an envelope to put in the mail the same again. Yeah, that's about all I got.
Well, Jake, you got it, man.
I don't know if I got it all or not. Did I?
I think you got it all, man. I'm pretty sure you got it all. No
That's
one's helped
low.
me here confirming, but Jake, how's it feel?
It feels good. I know I at least said every word that I was supposed
Your
to say.
enthusiasm is unparalleled. That's all I have to say.
Mine?
Yeah, it's good, man. Good hot takes. Good hot takes.
Yeah.
Tron is dope. Tron is dope. God King. Tron is dope. I can't wait to
Cheech
see
and
what Leto
Chong
brings
would
to this.
sponsor it. It's so dope.
Oh, let's smoke it up. Let's
Yeah.
smoke it up
Put
with
that
Tron.
in your
But-
takes there,
I
Jake.
think about
those
things after the
costumes,
fact.
man?
I don't think ahead.
Mike, he's stealing your jokes.
I know he had combos going on there from the get-go. I was
Sorry.
paying attention.
I had like a 3x maybe. That was about it.
Hell yeah, Edward Hyde. Okay, Sabrina, are you gonna go next,
good.
or is Mike gonna go next? How you feeling?
I mean, I don't know. Whenever you play a graphic, the audio gets really jumpy for me, so I really couldn't hear what Jake said, but apparently you did a good job. Everyone said you got them all, so go you. I don't know if you want to, because I can kind of hear right now, if you want to not play the thing and let me go, or if you want to do Mike and then do me after. It's up to you. You're the boss.
No music, huh? Okay, no music. Oh, take away my fire.
I can't,
All right, here
or
we go.
else I can't hear anything. It goes away.
Mike can take away. All right, Sabrina, here we go. No
you're
music.
gonna
Set
give me like
timer
a
for
10
1
second
minute.
countdown, right?
We'll do, yeah.
Very silent. Very silent.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hot takes in 3.
Oh,
Hot takes.
Okay, so Venom 3, I'm interested in. I really like Tom Hardy's portrayal of that character, so I will definitely watch it. The Batman, I'm with Edward Hyde. Not really a fan of the first one. Don't care to see a second one. The animated series, I mean, how many Batman animated series are there? I'm not super excited, but I'll probably watch it, I guess, if I'm bored. Bill Maher, I'm kind of over him, so I don't really care. Spielberg, Ready Player 2, hard pass on that, for fuck's sake. Fire Country? No, thank you. They hyped that up over the Super Bowl. Not for me. No, thank you. The Bride, really super excited about that. Hope it finds a home. Cheech and Chong, I mean, are we doing that again? I guess so. Christopher Nolan, that's all I have to say. Tron, I mean, I'm not a Tron person. I know people are, it's just not for me, but I do like Jared Leto, so I'm interested to see what he brings to the role. Into the Spider-Verse did not get robbed. Boy in the Herring was dope as shit, and John Cena was the fucking funniest part of the Oscars, so I have no problems with him half naked. I'm in.
All right. Well, everybody, Sabrina, everybody.
I can't hear anything. Did I make it?
You made it.
The Batman was dull, Richard Tracy. It was very dull.
You've got all the confetti.
You know, it's still made like 900 million or something like that, or 800 million. So I mean, it still did pretty well, the Batman. But then again, we don't need like Battinson.
The pacing was slow.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was very slow, but I love how they used Nirvana in it. I think they did a good job with Nirvana. But I think though overall it is a little long, and it's still a very cinematic. I do enjoy Matt Reeves' direction in it, but again, Pattinson is kind of always Pattinson in it.
Colin
So.
Farrell was the best part of that movie, hands down.
Yeah, he was great. He was great. Mike, how you feeling down there, man? You feeling like the competition's tough tonight?
Do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to be entertainment oriented, Brian? Because I can only.
I want you to be
other.
honestly, entertainingly honest.
I can fail with a good attitude, Brian. If that's what you want from me,
right.
that's what I can give you.
Well, I want to see
I
that,
agree.
Mike. All right, Mike, here we go. Feel good. Take a breath. Soak it in. Bring in the sun. Here we go. Hot takes, Mike. In 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Go, Mike.
Cheech and Chong. Dave's not here, man. That's a reference. Tron, Jared Leto, get out of town. We don't need your ass, no matter how much Brian loves any Tron outfit you might try on. The Bride
Tron.
actually looks like it's probably going to be good. I have good hopes for Maggie Gyllenhaal. Fire Country, what the hell is that? Bill Maher, Yeah, I blew my wad earlier. Spielberg, Ready Player 2. The first one was good. Come on, it's gonna be bad, but it's gonna be fun to watch. Venom 3, I can't give a shit. Batman 2, yep, let's watch it. It'll be good. You gotta make it until it's good, especially if everybody keeps striking all the time. John Cena Oscar scare. Yeah, scared. Wait. No, there's a better one here. You can't see me except for my enormous eye penis. Oh God, somewhere in there. Across the Spider-Verse. Come on, a guy can tweet. He was disappointed. Whatever. Give me the horns, you bitch.
Was that 12 or that was not 12? Was it?
No, it wasn't 12.
Are you sure, Mike?
Yes. Here's the onomatopoeia.
It felt like it was 12. Onomatopoeia.
That's the sound.
Onomatopoeia.
It felt like it was right, Mike. It felt like it was right.
It felt
Mike,
right.
you know what though? You still have.
That's the power of love.
That brings me back 100%, Brian. Thank you. Pepe,
Yeah.
Pepe, do you have some words of wisdom that could help bring me back from the brink in a time like this?
What do you think, Pepe?
Come on, give me some facts.
Let's see. I can't think of any facts.
You can't be serious.
No. Okay. So the echidna is one of very few mammals that gives birth to eggs.
Oh.
Like a platypus?
All right.
Pepe asked for a fact, so come on.
Hey now, hey
coming in
now.
hot. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, Pepe can do his best, but you know,
Spiny
he's trying.
Guys, this is dumb.
The echidna. Right.
Thanks, Peps. But yeah, good hot takes across the board, buddy. As we do right now, I'm going to start the poll right now. You tell us who you think won hot takes is going out there to you to vote to say who won hot takes. And then we'll get back to this little conversation in the meantime, because I'm very excited to talk to everybody about some of this stuff. Like, really, John Cena thing. Okay, Spider-Verse. You should never like say that shit. You know, when you're like, when you lost, you should never tweet something out. People give you shit, you know? People just give you shit. And for him to come forward and do that.
He's just a dude.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody feels like they're completely on a stage all the time, you know? Like, he's like, oh, fuck, we got snubbed. Like, he wasn't thinking about the level of scrutiny that would bring upon himself.
Yeah, I can see that. He probably, but then again, like he's been in the limelight for a second. You think he would understand that everybody's watched Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse and
Cancel his ass.
Cancel his ass. Don't cancel his ass. No, he's good. I just think it's funny. People are going upset about it. The Batman, though, does the Batman have to worry? We have to worry at all? Do you think it's gonna be canceled? It's not gonna be canceled, right? Sabrina, what do you think?
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care.
Sabrina doesn't care. Mike, do you care? You would you be mad
about the Batman being canceled?
If the Batman was canceled, would you be mad?
Would I be mad? Yeah, I like the first one, man.
Yeah. I know a lot of people want to see.
I thought it was
I don't
good.
care.
We've had about 1,400 discussions about this. Like,
I know.
it's going back to that the detective vibe, right? Which was very early Batman style, and also the way that he's portrayed in the cartoons. So they're kind of developing. I mean, it's the same universe as the other DC universe, but really, it's kind of its own universe.
Yeah,
For me to poop on.
Yeah, I just think though that after all
it's
this
just
time,
weird with the whole James Gunn thing happening.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You know what I mean?
It's just not
weird.
connected.
I don't get it.
But the thing is, they just don't
do
want
the
to.
Penguin series and leave us alone.
Yeah, but Matt Reeves is doing that. There's in the Arkham series too, and that's connected, but this is not connected. I think it's very convoluted. I think it's going to confuse fans. Had that conversation before. I think it's good though. But who's going to be your Batman then if it's not going to be him? And the whole Peacemaker thing came out yesterday or 2 days ago. The Peacemaker thing came out where season 1 is not connected at all to the DCU, but season 2 is going to be, and that's also weird too. Like, why would you do that? You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, why would you do that? They're saying
His
that
girlfriend's
Superman
in it.
will end and it will pick up it with Peacemaker season 2. That storyline will connect it somehow. So
Interesting.
I think they're still just trying to figure this all out. Jake, are you a fan of this at all? The Batman universe, what it is right now? You care if this movie comes out or not?
No, not too much.
Jake's like, this is just not for me.
Yeah,
Hot take.
Not for me.
right.
That's definitely a hot take right there.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Not too much. Batman
Well,
Begins
I
is
just-
good. That was the last one I watched.
that was a long time ago too.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how much I
That's-
cared to keep on with it. So
You didn't even see Dark Knight. Like that was
maybe I
such
did.
That's
see
a
Dark Knight.
fucking great
I would
one.
hope
Seen
so.
Dark Knight?
I feel like you had
Come
to have
on,
seen
Jake. Really?
Dark Knight.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Things just happen
I
and
feel
don't
like
happen.
if I don't know, Pepe doesn't record his his takes ahead of time, but it's interesting that he had that response prepared.
He's paying attention
very
tonight,
true.
dude.
I'd pee on this if I could.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pepe.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're right there, Pepe. Never
Oh, okay.
mind. Point retracted.
Okay.
Strong feelings.
That's Pepe. All right, well, that's enough time here to figure out who won hot takes at this point. All right,
Sabrina, let
everybody.
me guess.
I'm
Bring
gonna
it
it's gotta
end the
be,
poll.
yeah.
Oh man, you know what's funny is 3 people are tied and 1 person won right now. I'm ending the poll right now, which is kind of wild that there's 3 tied. So Pep Star tied with 2 of you. Just put that out there. But overall, at the end of the day, who won hot takes, everybody? Sabrina won hot takes. Give her the flowers and balloons. Amazing
The
balloons.
chat loves Sabrina. They've got their reasons. I don't blame them.
They got their reasons, man. And Sabrina wins hot takes again.
I
She didn't.
Pepe almost wins like every time, so I don't really know how legit we are doing here.
No, Pepe
No,
ties
like-
with everybody else, Sabrina. You run away with it.
Pepe, Mike, and Jake were tied.
I actually am genuinely excited nowadays because at this hotel I can't hear them, so I don't know what's happening. So whenever I win, it's actually exciting because I'm like, did it happen? I don't really know.
Well, it did happen. You won. Thank you everybody for voting for hot takes. It's great.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's awesome. We always have fun doing
Thank
the
you,
hot
guys.
takes. Just a fun little break. And it's good for Sabrina. She's excited too. It's just thank you for participating. It's good to participate. You're here for us. You're helping us out. You're doing a lot of stuff. But there's also a lot of stuff happening. And we can't just stop at hot takes because there's a lot of stuff happening with Superman, with Batman, with all the superheroes. But there's also stuff happening with Spider-Man. And there's a rumor going around that Tobey Mcguire is coming back. So can we talk about Spider-Man? This is coming right from the lips of Sam Raimi himself. And Sam Raimi was actually interviewed recently talking about Spider-Man. And he was like, not just any kind of Spider-Man, but Spider-Man 4, not Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, but Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Mcguire. And he was saying that, this guy was asking him, and he went forward to talk about it. He said, guys, there are chances of this happening simply because I have the same desire as everybody else to see this come through. But if it's going to happen, it will happen at the right time. And Tobey Mcguire came forward and said, I didn't think it was possible, but after jumping back into the multiverse, guys, I realized that anything is possible. And now I'm completely open to it. We had Spider-Man 4 hit the cutting room floor a long time ago, or I should say, it didn't even get that far. They're going to have Tobey Mcguire come back. They want to do 3 more. They want to do 4, 5, and 6. And 4, they're going to have the Vulture come in, and John Malkovich is going to play him. They're going to have Dylan Baker come back to eventually become the Lizard. They're going to have Anne Hathaway come in to be Black Cat. So they had a bunch of ideas moving forward for this that got done because money, and then Sony wanted to reboot because Kevin Feige said let's do something different. They went back and forth about it. So this never happened. Can it happen now? Do we want to see it now? I think there's a chance. I think it's confusing to do this if you have Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland and Spider-Man 4 with freaking Mcguire. It makes no sense to me to have both. You have to call it something completely different. Maybe Spider-Man Resurrection or something like that. I don't know. Mike, what do you think? Does it make sense that we'd have Tobey Mcguire come back to have his own spin-off with Sam Raimi helming this again? Or are you guys like, guys, no, we don't want to see Tobey come back for his own thing. That doesn't make sense. It's too far gone.
I want them all back, Brian. I hated on Andrew Garfield for 2 movies, but then when I saw him in this latest iteration, what was the name of that Spider-Man, Brian?
No Way Home.
In No Way Home, when all the Spider-Mans came back home to the home dimensional web, I instantly needed to reevaluate my feelings about each one of the Spider-Mans. My wife and I rewatched all the movies, and they're all great. Honestly, even the thing is, I bring up Andrew Garfield because even he was good in his own way, and I learned to appreciate what he brought.
I
to
love
the
Andrew
series.
Garfield, though.
The reason I'm bringing him up first is because Tobey Mcguire blows him out of the water. He was such a good Spider-Man.
I call bullshit on that.
You can. That's fair. You're gonna have a minute.
Oh,
in the
I can and I
second
will.
here, Sabrina. Maybe it's just because just has nostalgia, purposes back in my brainstem for me. But I liked, maybe 3 wasn't so great, but still the Tobey Mcguire
almost 900 million.
vibe that I wasn't the only person.
895 million,
I
man.
had to see all 3 of those movies in the theater for sure. Although I did learn after the fact that Randy Savage is that he really damaged himself on the set when he was playing Buzzsaw.
Was it Buzz? Yeah, Buzz. I was trying to think of that name, Buzzsaw.
Yeah, he was in Buzzsaw. I don't remember which one of the movies that was in. That was in the second or whatever. But oh yeah, he hurt himself bad and gave himself an intractable injury. But that doesn't really have a bearing on whether or not I'd like Tobey Mcguire to come back. And also like just the idea of kind of a more approaching middle-age Spider-Man. Honestly,
that could be cool.
In No Way Home, it seemed like he had the vibe of like he was the more worldly, like didactic, like he had lessons to bring to these other younger Spider-Mans. So I think that I would love to see it, especially if he's engaged in a project with Sam Raimi, because I'm not feeling Sam Raimi for Doctor Strange, but just give him all the Spider-Man that you can. I'm about
Who's coked up. I love Tobey was coked up. He was definitely dancing great in Spider-Man 3.
That's the third time, Tim. That's the third time you said that. Do you have some hot goss for us here? Is that factual? Like, what's your sources?
Yeah.
Keep bringing up the coke.
Just applying it, probably.
But I think I agree, Mike. Though the idea of like a truly middle-aged Spider-Man could be really freaking cool. And Sam Raimi, the combination coming back with him, and you bring Bruce Campbell in to be Mysterio maybe somehow too. Like, come on, guys.
Come on. Now you're approaching dream territory. That would be amazing.
They talked about it though.
They did. They talked about it. And now they're releasing all the other Spider-Man movies right now. Like all of the Tobey Maguire ones and the Andrew Garfield ones are coming to theater. I know Jake was looking into that a little bit. Jake, do you think something that Sony would want to do is bring Tobey back and have his own spinoff? And do you think the idea of bringing the movies back is foreshadowing this happening actually?
It might be a litmus test to see like how many people go back to the theaters to watch any of them again, and if if there's interest brewing from that, then they'd probably move forward with it. But it's all too confusing for me still. So
what, all the Spider-Men everywhere?
Yeah, they're all over my house, and like they just don't know which one's gonna do what, and they sneak up on you, and they shoot
white sticky stuff at you all the time.
Yeah, you gotta look out for that. It's a mess, man.
You gotta watch out for that.
Yeah.
I think though, Jake, this makes sense. If you have Sam Raimi on board and you have Tobey wants to do it, and the numbers are so great for No Way Home, it seems like it's almost a no-brainer. But I keep hearing Andrew Garfield might pop in like all the sequel stuff, but Tobey be the one person they'd want to actually give his own spinoff. And this has been going rampant on the internet just because of this whole Sam Raimi thing, where it's like when the right time comes, it'll happen. And it's like, well, we'll have to wait and see about that. I don't know. Like, it makes sense to me. I love to see that middle-aged Spider-Man. It'd be cool. Sabrina, what do you think? Are you excited to see middle-aged Tobey Maguire come back and go pew, 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 pew one more time? Or do you think that Sony will be like, there's no freaking way, we got young-ass Tom Holland here who's hot as shit now on the box office, so he's our Spider-Man, and it's confusing as shit to bring you back for your own spinoff?
That's a lot of questions. Tobey Maguire was my least favorite Spider-Man in the No Way Home situation. I feel like he brought very little to the table. I thought Tom Holland was amazing. He had that whole Aunt May situation. I thought Andrew Garfield was amazing. I thought Tobey Maguire was kind of just there for me in the No Way Home movie. Now, if you would go back to, the original Spider-Man that he did with Sam Raimi that I thought was amazing, and I still think that kiss with him and Kirsten Dunst when he was upside down is one of like the greatest on-screen kisses of all time.
MTV
great movie.
The
first 2 were great. The third one was awful. Huh?
Oh, MTV thought so. They gave them
a best kiss or some shit.
Kiss, some bullshit 30 years ago nonsense.
Stop whining.
Get out of here.
So you're all by it, Sabrina?
It was me.
Slow your roll.
All right. Anyway, so whatever the fuck. Anyway, so the first two were good. The third one was horrific. I'm gonna agree with the coked up Mcguire situation because that sidewalk dance and pointing and nonsense, it was a lot. And I watched it again and I was like, oh God, I can't even believe that I endured this the first time and I shut it off. So no, I'm not really. I love Sam Raimi and I would like him to do okay. You're allowed your opinion too, Peppy. I don't have anything against Tobey Maguire. I just don't see it. I don't really care for it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I just don't. I'm here for Sam Raimi. I mean, if they got Bruce Campbell to come play Mysterio, I'd probably watch it. But if it's just, Tobey Maguire, I would definitely pick Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield over him to continue on and do a solo movie to be perfectly honest. I'd be cool with seeing them all together in a multiverse situation again. I just would not pick him out of the crowd. I thought he was the weakest link in No Way Home, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny. Like Andrew brought like so much heart to No Way Home. You could tell like he just like went there. You could tell everything. He said everything without saying much, actually, too, about what happened with Gwen and like afterwards, and like how he stopped pulling his punches. And it was just really cool to see that. And Tobey, there's also saying the reason why Tobey didn't say as much what's been happening with his Spider-Man was because they had ideas as soon as he signed on that he might come back for another movie, and they delve into that in Spider-Man 4 as opposed to expose it all right now in this movie. And that's one of the reasons why he was a little bit more held back. That's what they're saying. That's the whole conversation I had with Sam Raimi a little bit. And I'm like, if that's true, that kind of makes sense to me. And, if we get to see like, him and Mary Jane married now, or how they doing? Do they have kids? What's going on? Like how they do their taxes, right? If Sean were here, that's what we say. What's the state of the economy in his Spider-Man universe? Who knows? But for me, I'm like, I think that Tobey does bring us back quite a bit. And I know Sabrina, like Andrew would be great having, the Amazing Spider-Man 3, but I think they're not going to do that. The second one did so bad. I don't know. No more remakes in superhero movies, Tim says. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it just keeps happening. When they finish something, they reboot it. That's what just happens. And nobody really wants it, but then at the end of the day, they'll put the dollar signs and the money.
Stop going to see reboots if nobody wants it. Like, we got to vote with our dollars, right?
Yeah, I know. That's what it comes down to. And I know, like,
there's a
Peppy
built-in
argues me all
audience.
the time, too.
That's the thing.
There is.
Yeah, it's always going to be that safe bet.
Horror movies too. Like people who like horror are going to go see any horror movie that comes out. That's a built-in audience. Like it's not as successful as the built-in audience that comes with superhero movies, but like people are going to go see those movies. That doesn't mean that everyone wants them, but people are going to see them.
Yeah, that's what happens. And that's why Marvel has made so much freaking money. And that's why DCU is like, why the fuck are we making so much money? Like we're trying so hard.
I like superhero movies, but there is so much material. Like, can we just like branch out? Can we like cover other characters? Can we do other things? Like, I don't know why we have to keep revisiting.
People. They bitch. They bitch when they branch out is the thing.
Well, because if it's not good, it's not done well. You have to do it well. And also when you oversaturate the market so much with all of this stuff and the TV shows and then the movies and another movie and then another TV show and then you have to watch it all, and it's like it gets exhausting. Like it's burnout, and then it can't all be good.
The connecting tissue of it all.
Yeah, like when you were doing it, like a movie and then another year, like 2 years go by, another movie, a year go by, another movie. Like it's different. But when it's like within 1 year, 3 movies and 2 TV shows come out, it's like, dude, it can't all be good. You can't focus your attention on all of that. So you're going to have a lot of crap in there and that pisses people off, especially if you built up an audience,
Bob Iger's reeling it back in, right? At least hypothetically.
He's trying.
For the Disney Marvel market.
Hypothetically.
He's working on it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Pep, you want to see this?
Nah.
Oh, he says no.
Thank you, Tim. 100%, dog.
I agree.
Yeah,
also.
I know what Tim said. But yeah, there's so many A24. That'd be cool. An A24 Spider-Man movie. Can you imagine that shit? That'd be kind of cool.
That would be.
I feel like A24 is getting a little bit studio-like now too. They're kind of shifting, unfortunately.
That happens.
It's it's really
I
a
just
bummer.
I think that overall, though, I think this is something that Sony could do. Dive back on Spider-Man. He is the original Spider-Man, and you got Sam Raimi wanting to do it. He's been working with Marvel. There's this connecting already. Then, if they have a conversation about it, Tobey wants to do it. I don't know. It could be fun. You just can't call it Spider-Man 4 because you already got Tom Holland Spider-Man 4. So you're getting into that DCU convolutedness a little bit, too. So I don't know. John Malkovich probably can't come back to be the Vulture. I mean, I'd love to see him as a Vulture, though. How could that be, man? Malkovich as Vulture. You already got Michael Keaton as Vulture, though, so it probably doesn't really work at this point, right?
Isn't Michael Keaton Vulture?
Yeah, he's already Vulture, so I just think fucking Malkovich is the man,
Why not?
Truth, Zach. I feel you.
Why not? But Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Mcguire might be happening. Sam Raimi's on board. Tobey Mcguire's on board. I mean, I guarantee Amy Pascal's on board. Kevin Feige probably not so much, but we'll have to wait to see what happens, everybody. I hope it's good if it happens, and I love to see Tobey come back. Anyways, we got to talk about tonight, guys. So now it's time for us to get into it. Come on. I knew I was going to be saying this, everybody. I knew I was going to be saying this eventually, but Neve Campbell's coming back for Scream 7. And this is one of those things that when she said, if they pay me enough money, I'll come back. And then Jenna Ortega was gone, and they're like firing people left and right. The director dropped out. We're like, who's the director? What's going to happen? Everyone's expecting this just like flop away and be done and flop and roll into the distance or whatever you want to say. I don't know, but it's not going to be. Scream 7 is moving forward. Neve Campbell's coming back to play Sidney Prescott one more time. And she wasn't in the last one. She was in the one before and they rebooted it, but she didn't come back for the last one because it wasn't enough money. That's what she kept saying too. So, but now she's saying, oh, she's so happy to return for this pick. Which, I mean, of course, they're paying you, pay me, and, give me a freaking role. I'm down too. Like it's an easy thing to jump back into her for. And I guarantee she's going to have fun doing it, especially with the original screenwriter coming back to direct this, Kevin Williamson, which is pretty awesome for her. They've been friends for a long time. And I think that will help bring a little bit of old school energy. It's been almost like 30 years since the first one came out. A long time, everybody. And Scream just keeps going and going and going and going and going. And I thought this was the end, but with Neve Campbell coming back, I think that this will continue much further into the future because they didn't know what to do with this at the studio. They had no idea. I think they were fighting to figure it out. Like, what do you do when you lose a bunch of your stars? What do you do? And they fired one. And then, of course, I mean, there's a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama on this set. So what do we think about this? Are we excited to see this happening? This is going to be a good thing? I don't know. Let's go everybody for a second. So, we lost Sabrina. I guess you know what? Me and Mike for a second, everybody. It's Mike talk.
We can
so
talk
Mike,
about this. Yeah.
Let me ask you right now for a second. So when it comes to this, do you think this is a good idea to actually have Neve Campbell come back? Will this fix Scream? Or do you think that overall Scream's just done and this is just like a last ditch effort to make this franchise still have a breath of life?
Let me be honest with you, because I'm coming at this from a level of like complete ignorance. Is Neve Campbell a filmmaker outside of her role as an actress?
No, not that I know of. No, she's an actress, man.
Does she have a lot? She doesn't. Does she? I mean, maybe she does. I should bring up her IMDb credits here. Maybe she has a lot of behind the camera work. But if that's not the case, like then
like
it does
there's a
kind of
fucking
seem
knot
like,
coming on her.
It just seems like capitalizing on the existing name recognition, does it not?
Oh yeah, man. Well, but the thing is though too, it's like she knows she's a built-in character. She's from the original, and she knows how much she matters. Her character matters to the franchise. And so she just asked for enough money. And right now she had them by the balls, if you ask me a little bit, because they had fired everybody. They're firing all their main leads. They fired our main leads. Like, what do you do? Well, you got to hire her back at this point.
I've got it here. Like. I got it pulled up on IMDb. I see nothing as director. I see four producer credits, which are things that I haven't ever heard of. An Amish Murder. That's a TV movie. That sounds interesting. I would watch that. Let's see. Did some story work for a show called The Company. Yeah. I guess maybe she has the money to pump this forward, and is it a situation where the producers that want to make the project happen are exploiting her involvement, or she wants to continue her royalties for the previous films, so she's trying to produce it, like she's the one that's pumping the project? What do you think?
Well, I mean, she's acting in it, but I mean, producing it, I think the producing stuff is just for back end fucking money,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that overall that's all that matters to her. It's like every actor, you become a producer and stuff so you can make some back end money. I don't think that overall, I don't think overall the producing is the reason why she's on board this. I think that she's a named talent and she can bring in the butts to the seats, or on Peacock, whenever they freaking stream it. And I think that that's what the selling point is for her.
If she's got the heat in Hollywood to make it happen, or the cash to executive produce the project, and she wants to star in it, maybe it's a vanity project. I mean, who cares? Like, bring it if that's what she wants to do. Bring it on. Maybe it'll spawn 15 more sequels. This will be the one that just turns the engine to get it moving. Like
It's still a continuation again.
It seems a little bit gratuitous in that respect. But
dude, the fact we're on 7.
I'm not gonna judge her for it.
We're on 7. She wasn't in 6, but she was in 4. Then she was in the first 5. Then she wasn't in 6, and now she's in 7. It's like it's a lot of Scream.
You keep saying it like that. Is that some
makes me want to scream 7?
It's a Scream 7.
7. I just, for me, I'm like, I don't know if we need any more. I thought they could just let this die at this point. Like you fired one actor, you have Jenna Ortega stepping away, you lost a director. It just seemed like you were just freaking done. But maybe Neve Campbell is the savior for this. She's there to collect a paycheck, Queen. You're right, 100%. Sabrina, what do you think? Do you think that Neve Campbell's there to collect a paycheck? She had him by the balls, the studio. She knew they needed something bad, and so she got that money that she wanted. Or do you think that she genuinely wanted to come back and she's excited to be with her old friends again and make another Scream 7 for the 6th time for her?
I think she's genuinely excited that she's going to be able to act because no one will hire her because she's a terrible actress. I think that's what she's genuinely excited. If she can pay for stuff, then she can act because no one's hiring her. Like, what has she been in the last million years aside from that fucking video game movie with the cars? And by the way, not great. She was not great in that. She was the worst part of that, as a matter of fact. What was it called?
Oh, she was in Twisted Metal, wasn't she? Yeah, Twisted Metal. She was in Twisted Metal.
She
yeah.
was the bitch in Twisted Metal.
Oh,
yeah, she was in there.
Oh.
Yeah, she was like the bad, she tried to trick him to go deliver a fucking pint of ice cream and the whole thing, and now she's gonna have the race with like they set it up for season 2. She's like the evil person in Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan. The best movie she did was when she was in the swimming pool with that other chick who's actually hot. I can't remember her name. Denise Richards, maybe. Wild Things, maybe. It's the only time I ever found her worthwhile on screen, to be perfectly honest. And so I could care less. Scream sucks, and it's like run its course again. Like, just do something new, in my opinion. I really don't need to see it again. It's the same twist. It's the unexpected. It's just enough. Enough is enough. I'm good with it just dying here. No pun intended.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's probably gonna die here too. Like, I feel like that's what they're gonna do, Sabrina. I can't imagine. Like, I mean, I think they'll do one more, and I think that might be it. I mean, then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll bring a life to the franchise because
you know why? I'm not gonna tell you why, but Pepstar loves Hump Day.
Yeah, Peppy does. But yeah, I think it might be dead. But then again, it might bring a new life into it. Jake, what do you think? Do you want to see this happen? Do you want to see more Neve Campbell, more Scream move forward again? Or do you think that this is going to be done and they should be making this happen as it is?
This is the first I've ever heard her name. So
Jake's like, I don't know who this girl is.
Yeah,
I don't know why
care.
she's asked for more money.
Yeah. And if I watched I think I watched the first Scream, maybe. And clearly she didn't go beyond that very far. So like people are saying, she's just like, I did that one thing.
I'm sure you were busy on the couch where you were watching it on VHS, Jake.
Where was that? What time? When did it come out?
The first one? Fuck,
Yeah.
man. That was years. I mean, it's so
2000,
it was 90. It had to be 90s. Had to be 90s. So Jake, you're not gonna watch this new one then, are you?
No. No.
Jake's like, no way.
No,
No
I don't
way.
think so.
I agree with Jake.
1996.
I was 11.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
They just keep making them, man. They just keep making them. It's like Ghostface become like very tied into pop culture. Like, I've been showing some pictures from the scary movies, like huge in the scary movies too. And I think people have like made him almost like, Mike Myers or Jason in a way, except a little campier. A little campier, I would still say,
That's
though,
insulting.
Sabrina's like, no, I don't think so.
Halloween mask licensing. I think that's where they're making all their money.
Oh,
They're making
100%.
so much off that with the ghost face.
Yeah.
The
The Halloween stores that pop
High
up in the
school. Like,
vacant
season high school,
walls.
too.
Like,
Yeah,
But it
unless
can't
they
be
get around it. Unless they get around it by saying long, yelling mask instead of
it doesn't
scream
have the
mask.
scream.
Yeah.
It doesn't say scream.
Might as well just
That's
scream.
the $100 mask.
So you guys have nobody has an urge to. Let me go look real fast. So nobody has an urge to watch this. And you think that Neve Campbell will not save this franchise? It should be dead in the water before it's even fucking sent off to the ocean to go find some gold. What do you think?
The urge is not there, sir. No urge.
You know?
I'm a hard pass.
Valsalva
Hard
manure
pass.
unneeded.
You completely brought me around with that comment, Brian. I think they should send Neve Campbell out to the ocean to find some gold.
There you go. Keep looking. Keep looking. Right there.
This sounds like a great idea all of a sudden.
I think so too. Then maybe that'd be that gold, and she brings it home, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you got cinematic gold. Yeah, maybe
She'll find the
combine that
gold
some
mask.
bitch together and make it one amazing story of gold, treasure, lust, and lost. You know, and that could be something that's amazing for Hollywood, as opposed to butchering bitches with fucking blades.
As
You know,
long
I
as
don't know.
Nicolas Cage is deciphering the map, that'd be
Oh,
fine.
Nick Cage should be in this shit. Put
Yeah.
Nick Cage in this shit. Make him Ghostface, and I'm on board. I'm fucking on board.
I'd watch.
Printing money.
Yeah,
I'd watch that too.
I'd watch if
Fair.
Nicolas Cage was involved, but not this other whoever she is.
He's
Oh,
a
I might
national
watch Britney
treasure, Nick
Spears
Cage.
actually.
Yeah, Britney Spears would be great if she was Ghostface.
Oh,
She'd be
my
fucking
Lanta.
dancing and shit too.
Just make her
She'd be
walk
like-
on her hands the whole time.
And you know what she could do? It'd be the greatest thing ever. She murders the second person, and she's like, "Oops, I did it again." Welcome, Spidey Films. Welcome to Kruse Control. Henry Cavill say he might play Britain or a Beyonder when offering a role. Yes. So this happened. We're gonna get to Henry Cavill a little later, but yes, Henry Cavill said he would play Captain Britain or some other role. But some stuff came out today. We're gonna talk about him and Wolverine later on because a big scooper came forward to say that he's in Deadpool 3. So we'll talk about it a little bit. But this Scream, everybody. I don't think it's gonna do as well as I think. I think Neve Campbell is a shot in the dark. They will not find that buried treasure out in the middle of the ocean.
Send
And
her
I
out
think
to sea.
send her out to sea and let this be, and don't come back because D does not want to see this bullshit E. I don't know. I think it's
Either.
done.
It did, but isn't D you?
Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't fucking work, but
I get it.
Scream
like it.
I'm into
7's coming. It's
like
not
it too.
dead in the water. It's not done. Scream 7's not done. Neve Campbell's coming back, and she's gonna fucking fight Ghostface one more time, and you're gonna see it live on Peacock. So get the cock and have a good time. But also something else that's going on, everybody. Besides Neve Campbell coming back, because people keep coming back all the time. You know, that's what we talk about in Kruse Control. We keep coming back to this, to that, to this, to that. Well, something else that's coming back is Mario, everybody. Super Mario Brothers is coming back. That is right. And I saw this the other day. I'm so excited to talk about this because I love the first movie. Fucking great movie. Really is a great movie. A lot of fun. I think they nailed it on the animation style. The voices, Peaches. Yeah, fuck yeah. The Jack Black,
Dude,
singing
Grammy
Peaches
Award.
all
Come
day.
on.
Yeah, Jake. Honestly, the story was amazing. It was fun. It was for the whole family. A lot of great experiences. A lot of nostalgia built in this.
Keep
I
your eye
love
penis in your pants, Brian.
It's there. It's freaking there. I was really excited about what they're going to do with Super Mario 2. But this might not be Super Mario 2 because what happened is they made this huge announcement, of course, between Nintendo and Illumination. Hey, we're making another movie together in the Super Mario universe, everybody. So people online are
Christ.
saying it's Super Mario 2. But is it Super Mario 2? They didn't officially say it's a sequel at one time at all. They're saying they're expanding the Super Mario universe and taking the characters in a different direction and branching out. And what does it actually mean? Are we getting a Yoshi movie, Yoshi's Island? Are we
Smash Brothers,
Smash
bitch.
Brothers? Are we
Yes,
getting
sir.
that? And that's what I bring to the group today because that was rumored that Super Smash Brothers was coming as a movie. Now the date's already
kidding
set
me?
for this too. They already said that's already coming forward at some point. But this is coming out April 3rd, 2026. So they got a date for it. They're starting animation soon, they said, and they're figuring out this is a bigger gap from Super Mario Brothers, but they're not saying it's Super Mario 2. It could be a Bouncer spinoff. It could be a Donkey Kong Country spinoff. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of things. They're not saying, but they said the characters. So it could be all the characters still involved, the cross thing. I think what it's going to be is they release another big franchise like Donkey Kong or Metroid, maybe. That'd be fucking cool. Or Legend of Zelda. And then they do another one. Then we get Smash Brothers, and we get Mario 2. I think that's what they're going to do. I think you make it the multiverse of Mario, and then you branch it off and you have a great time. That's what I think it's going. I think it has to be that way. Mike, you hear this. What do you think? Is this Mario 2? Are they just being like reluctant to say it? Or is this a new multiversal storyline with all these characters coming together and having a great time, eating some bananas, squashing some bitches with their go-karts, and then also, eating some mushrooms.
Is
What do you think?
is that what you were doing in Mario Kart? I mean, we played Mario Kart together plenty of times, Brian.
We did. We totally did.
I think Spidey is maybe watching the YouTube feed for like without having updated it. Maybe he's like a little bit earlier in the feed.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the way you phrased it just now, it seems like they're being real coy about it being an
Very
actual
coy.
Super Mario Brothers 2, sequel. Maybe they are saving it because they actually want to do a sequel with John Leguizamo and who played Mario in the live action?
Bob Hoskins, R.I.P. R.I.P. Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins, yeah, or maybe they just want to do a Lou Albano reboot from the cartoon, the Super Mario Super Sunday Show.
I would love to see that, man. Bring that shit in. Bring that shit in.
Come on, it's time to go do the Mario. If you get that reference, you'll think it's great. If you don't get that reference, thank you. I'm so happy you had that GIF queued up, Brian. I don't know.
I know you love this Goomba next to you, Mike. I know you love it.
you son of a bitch. This goes back to the very early Kruse Control days where Brian would put up images right next to my head, and he would try to say like, "Hey, Mike, you're just like this guy," and then he would put a fucking Goomba from the Mario Live
178
movie.
episodes later.
Just a horrible person. I don't know why anybody would tune into this show. So what I actually want, Brian, in terms of Mario sequels, is I want to see a true Mario 2 sequel, which means a sequel to the
video game,
the original video game, the Doki Doki Panic,
dude.
Which was the you knew I was going to bring this up.
Could you imagine?
Why would you even email this to me if you didn't want me to bring that up? Because Mario 2, as everyone knows, was just a reskinned version because they didn't have time to, or actually because all they did for Mario 2 in Japan is they just made Mario 1 harder, basically. And they're like, God damn it, these Americans aren't going to be able to handle that. Let's just reskin some stupid kids game. So you end up with the crazy Frog King as the bad guy. You end up with Birdo as the bad guy. You don't have any Bowser action at all.
Not at all.
So that's Mario 2.
Yeah,
I think that I think if they're being coy about the press releases for this movie, then maybe they're advancing the schedule of Super Smash Brothers. Because really, what they're talking about the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, that's another one they're going to do.
Adaptation, right? That's going to.
We're doing a live action version of that. That's for sure. Live action's coming of that.
It was the Super Mario movie was one of the biggest movies of the year, like massive international worldwide hit. Like I can imagine them wanting to capitalize on it. It's just
$1.3 billion. $1.3 billion.
Huge, massive. It's just a strange thing because Nintendo historically has been incredibly protective of their IP.
Yeah, they keep that IP-ness tucked away, man.
They hide it. Unlike John Cena, they hide their IP-ness away. But it doesn't surprise me if they have that kind of a mega hit. If they want to just do like every year, every couple of years, just have another like. Do you feel like it's very far until we have a live action Super Metroid movie, Brian?
Dude, no, I don't think it's that far. I really don't think it's that far.
I haven't even thought about that before right now, and I am busting.
Charlize Theron's going to play Metroid, man. Charlize Theron's going to play Metroid. Fuck yeah.
Guaranteed. That was exactly my first thought. It's going to be incredible.
So is this going to be like the new, like we have Marvel Universe, DC's kind of verse, and then we're going to
the Nintendo-verse.
Nintendo-verse.
I hope so.
But then we're going to have a whole bunch of crappy, like somebody
Miyamoto
said,
was like,
no
fuck
Yoshi.
Yeah, let's do this.
We have like weird, goofy Yoshi movies that nobody wants to see. We're going to be complaining about.
And then the Yoshi porn will escalate online too, probably because of that. I don't know. That's kind of different category for later. But I think though, yeah. So
what's happening?
Nothing. Don't worry about Yoshi.
All right, copy that.
Jake, what do you think about this Mario movie coming forward? Is it gonna be Super Mario 2?
Hopefully. I mean, I agree with Mike. Like, hopefully they do an actual, like, they just continue with the story, you know? And somebody in the chat mentioned that little scene they did at the end of the credits.
Yeah, with the freaking, you see Yoshi pretty much being birthed, right?
I didn't see that part of it. I saw, like,
Yep.
more. Okay, maybe I did.
The egg cracks. The egg cracks, and then Yoshi, you hear boom, boom. You know, you hear that, and then it ends.
All right.
The typical Yoshi noise. I'll do it one more time. Boom, boom. I can't. I wish I had the sound effect, but that's what I got.
I liked it.
One more.
Boom, boom.
That was better. I like that.
I think I'm done with that shit.
I don't know. We'll see. This was good though, but I just hope it doesn't devolve into this mess of Nintendoverse and all this weird, you know. But you know, like there was Sonic, and that's kind of a Sega thing, right? And that really didn't have the same response that the Mario movie did. So I don't know.
I mean, Sonic still did very well. Sonic 2 did well, but I mean, I feel like Mario still did freaking better, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it was probably because it was the first one ever, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it really was. I mean, Sonic was the first one to actually do really well, I think, and then Mario came in and it changed the game with Illumination. Really,
Sure.
You know.
yeah.
I want to go back to this de-evolving fast. Can we just talk about this for like 1 second? Like, oh my God, what did they do with Bowser in the original Mario movie? I'm just saying. Like, turned into like a dinosaur looking kind of.
Is it stop motion effects, dude? That looks fucking awesome.
Voldemort. Yeah, Voldemort. That's when he's de-evolving because they're all dinosaurs, but you know, Bowser becomes a dinosaur at the end, and then they fight a dinosaur pretty much. He becomes Koopa.
Oh, this
like
is
a
information
human.
that nobody on the planet needs, honestly.
Love it.
That's the original Mario Brothers. Sabrina,
Totally
what do you think about
nerding out
Mario
on
coming
this.
forward? Very nerding out. What do you think, Sabrina? Do you think it'll be Mario 2, or do you think because they're being so like coy about it that it's going to be something else? And do you want to see more Super Mario Brothers moving forward?
No, I don't. The first Mario Brothers, which we all know you watched 35 times and loved more than anything in the
so
world,
good.
and watched for Peaches.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It was a movie. It was fine. I get it. Like whenever. I don't really see the big fucking deal. I love Charlie Day. I think he did a great job as Luigi. Chris Pratt was surprised. Chris Pratt. You know, I mean, it was fine. I don't really see the big fucking deal about it, to be perfectly honest. I don't. I think Sonic was much more interesting because it had humans and, you know, the characters, and I feel like that was more playful and more fun. I don't really give a flying fuck. And all the information that you just gave me literally was like you were speaking another language. And I was just like, I'm just going to sit back here and relax while you talk about all the weird shit that you just said. Even when I was little, I played Nintendo 64. I played Mario 64. The rest of it, the go-karting, I don't give a shit. I really just don't. I don't care. There was one good Mario game in my opinion. It was that one, and that's what they did this on. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was lovely. And by enjoyed it, I mean I watched it and I didn't fall asleep. Really quickly, since I don't care about this topic at all, Spidey films, I agree with everything that you said. I know we have kind of been ignoring you because you're a little bit off topic. I don't mean to be rude. So I just want to address some of what you said. I agree with everything that you said. Sony should absolutely give up the rights. I think they should have a send-off in Secret Wars. Like, I think that you're right on the right track with that, and I hope that they go with all of those things. Here, Queen's giving you some love here too. She's answering your stuff. And Touchy goes with like you coming on the show when we talk about Spider-Man. So, you know, maybe we can make that happen, sir. Or lady, I'm not sure. So that's my take. And I'm sorry that it's not more interesting, but like the movie was fine and I don't need more of it. That's where I'm at.
Which,
you know what I say to you, Sabrina?
Which Mario movie which Mario game is the movie based on?
It's,
the first movie?
Isn't it Mario's? Yeah, isn't it the Mario 64?
I think it's a little bit of all of them.
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything, man. I mean, Mario 64 is definitely influential, but I mean, Super Mario Land 2 is very part of this too, I would say. I think that's a big part of
they're very similar.
There's a lot of stuff from Super Mario Land. There's a little bit of Mario 1 in there. There's definitely a little bit of Mario 3, that's for sure too. I think it's a conglomerate of all that shit.
Give me some Yoshi's Island, man. Super Mario World 2.
Yeah.
Unsung classic.
But Mike, at the end of the day, all that matters.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Thanks for the face palm, Sabrina. He knew that was wrong. That's why he did it.
Yep, I was waiting for that. I'm excited to see where they go with this, but Mario is coming again, $1.3 billion Super Mario Brothers movie made. Huge. I love when they got the star. You know, they had a good time. And I think that they can do even more Illumination. And Illumination's going to have something with them for a long time, I think, bringing these stories forward. And I can't wait for that Super Smash Brothers movie. Will this be Mario 2? I don't think it will be. I think it'll be Mario Galaxy, I think, in a way. I think it might be Mario Galaxy. It's going to be.
I can see that.
And that way
Why don't we do
they're
a
saying we're
multiverse
expanding
and
it.
just fucking convolute everything else?
Well, that's
See,
where
you
it
say
could be
that
again.
sarcastically, Sabrina, but that's a great fucking idea.
That's what's going to happen anyway. So, yeah.
That's where everything goes now. They're just
All
like,
your
we'll
dreams
just do
come
whatever we
true.
want, and it's the multiverse.
All I want is the Mario verse. Give me the Mario verse, you know?
It's a
the
me,
Nintendo verse.
multiverse of Mario.
You know? I think Mario would be all about that. Like, let me see all of his friends. What if this?
If it
again,
was
what we're trying to
Friday,
say-
you would all be shit-faced right now, by the way, with all the
What are his
impressions that
friends
you've
doing
been
in taxes?
We're working
What is
on
the
it.
taxes in Mario Land and Yoshi's Island? Who like actually rules it? Is it actually Princess Peach or is there somebody else? Like, I want to know. I want to find out what's actually happening down in Mario World. We're gonna find out someday, and I think that Nintendo's gonna branch up. And I think this is just like they're not telling us right now because it's gonna be something bigger than Super Mario Brothers the movie. And when that happens, I can't wait to see where they go with it. And I hope it's fucking great. I hope that Mario gets taken care of.
It's me, Mario.
Join us live. Join us live while I'm still in the segment. Come on the show, guys. If you saw this segment, come check it out and tell us why we're full of shit, please. It'll be awesome.
Who says we're full of shit? Who says?
Nobody. No one in the comments ever
I
said.
was like, what? No one's saying anything bad.
Yeah, no, not in the immediate comments. Just in the you know,
on
the videos that
on
get
the later
views.
videos, yeah.
Yes, I know it's very true. We get a lot of shit in the comments afterwards, but
Come on the show.
it's what it is. Come join us. Hit us up at cruisecontrolshow@gmail.com.
Never read the
Hit us up.
comments. Don't read the
Never
comments.
read the
No.
I just tell you,
don't
you read
read
them,
your reviews.
and then you kill them with kindness. But Mario 2 is coming, or Mario Brothers, or some Nintendo verse, Illumination version of that's coming, and I can't wait to see what it's gonna be. But something else that's coming very, very freaking soon, I'm talking like in 5 days, is X-Men 97. And some big shakeups happen, everybody. First of all, the main guy, the head writer, the creator of it, who decided to do this whole spinoff, got fired. And also, speaking of X-Men, Henry Cavill is going to play Wolverine. And now leads me to our featured story of the night. So the big news that came from Marvel is that, okay, so Bo DeMeo got fired. Okay, so this guy, you're like, who's Bo DeMeo? Well, he was a big writer for Marvel for a while. He worked on Moon Knight. He also worked on a couple different shows too for them, but he decided to come up with this idea of like continuing the X-Men 97 cartoon. He's like, let's just do a complete continuation of this series. Now, this ran from like 93 to 97, a pretty long time. And if you were a kid, you know it, you love it, you know the music. If you hear the song, you're like, hell yeah, I fucking love the theme song. They keep hinting at all this different stuff when they talk about mutants now in the MCU, which is kind of hilarious. And what's that song, everybody? It's So you hear that noise, you know the X-Men are here. And I'm kind of bummed about this. This guy actually wrote all of season 2 right now. So he finished all of season 2 head writer, and he was actually spitballing ideas for season 3. And he's been fired. And he's not allowed to go to the premiere, which is also kind of fucking nuts. Usually you still always go to the premiere, but Marvel fired him. They have no comment on why they're firing him. They're just letting him go. And his writers and stuff, his staff are like, it makes no sense. We got a memo. He was just gone and that was it. And people were really going crazy for him because, you know, he was like bringing a lot of new ideas and they loved him. Apparently he had a great freaking attitude. But now he's gone. And he was the main person that spearheaded all of this X-Men 97. Now, is the whole thing going to change? Is his season 2 ideas going to actually stay? Are they gone? Will there be a season 3? Because they had ideas. I didn't even know what season 2 was going to happen. And they already had almost of season 2. I guess all of his commitment, they said, was done for season 2 when he got fired. So that's a big thing to fire somebody that's spearheading everything. This is coming out March 20th. It's not too far away. Next week, everybody, very huge. But also on top of that, speaking of the X-Men, let's like fucking sandwich this shit together. As a giant freaking robot, there's a lot of stuff out here. We've actually reported on a lot of their stuff. Has an insider scoop about what Henry Cavill is playing in the MCU. Now, people have been saying Cyclops. People have been saying, well, he made Captain Britain. I saw like Spidey Thumbs was talking about Captain Britain. There was an interview where he said he could play Captain Britain. Kind of makes sense. Like a Superman that's British. He's British. He was Superman. Checks 2 boxes. Bam, bam, bam. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Captain Britain makes sense to me. But no, he's saying, or Giant Freaking Robot, is that he's been cast as Wolverine as a variant in Deadpool 3. And he's already shot all of his stuff. So is this a leak from set? No, this person also leaked. And then Giant Freaking Robot came forward and said, we do not just like leak stuff like this. We don't tell gossip. We don't do this. They had a whole disclaimer on their website about this. They said, we just don't do that. They said what happened is we had a spoof. They said we had an insider that came forward, and that person before gave us an inside scoop on Guardians of the Galaxy 3. They said Linda Cardellini was cast as the Otter in that movie. And that was before it was ever announced. And then James Gunn came forward and said, yes, it's true. From insiders, they were right. And so they expect this insider to be true as well. And Henry Cavill will be a variant of Wolverine. I think Marvel is just trying to figure out the X-Men. That's what I'll say. They expect the best from the X-Men right now. It's their next big golden freaking ticket to fix the MCU. And I think something must not be working with 97 that they're firing this guy. I mean, honestly, he's been working on a bunch of productions for them. Like, why are you going to fire him? He also was working on Blade. Now Blade is still up and down, left and right. They haven't figured Blade out. They keep changing that script. But X-Men 97 is coming out, and they had him write a whole other second season. It's weird. Unless there's a scandal coming forward. There might be a scandal. And that's the only thing I can say that they're not talking about now. And that's where my brain goes. Henry Cavill? I mean, maybe. But why would you waste him as Wolverine? If that's true, why would you waste him? I don't know. It's a big Marvel news, though, if you ask me. So what do we think about this as a group? I think that Henry Cavill could play Wolverine. He's jacked. He looks like he could be fucking like slicing people up. Fine and dandy and all that, but you got Hugh Jackman already, and I feel like you're wasting potential by having him in this, unless you have an idea of him being Wolverine in the future, which, again, you're going to get somebody younger. You're just going to do it. I mean, he's almost the same age as freaking as Hugh Jackman, so he's like 10 years younger, if that. Doesn't make any sense to me. So, Brendan, what do you think? Do you think that this is something that's real, that Henry Cavill will be our next Wolverine in Deadpool 3? It's shot. This person must have seen footage or been on set or something. And do you think that the X-Men is going to go a different direction since they're firing their head writer of the first X-Men project coming out in 7 days? Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Sabrina. I think you're muted, maybe. You might be muted or something. Yeah, we can't hear you.
I am. Thank you.
There you
Sorry. I agree with Richard Tracy and what you guys were saying, that there's probably something going on there. Like, I don't think it would just be like, oh, hey, guess what? We're done with you. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be
a scandal,
something that they're hushing, or something that happened, or, you know, maybe it does, maybe not even a scandal, but just some like irreconcilable difference that they had in regards to something. I don't know, but I feel like that's a very weird move, especially like you said, so close to, you know, it coming out.
7
I
days.
can kind of see Henry Cavill doing a Wolverine situation, and especially like in Deadpool 3, because the rumor is there's going to be like all of these variants of all of these people, and I could see him playing one. I don't see him being the future Wolverine. If he is, that would be very disappointing for me. I would much rather the young lady who plays Lyra take up the throne for the Wolverine character in the future.
Yeah,
what
she
is
was
her name?
great
Daphne Keane.
as the X-Weapon. Yeah.
I would rather her be like the representation of Wolverine. She's spectacular, I think. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge Henry Cavill fan. I hope that doesn't upset anybody. So I wouldn't mind him in like a little cameo situation in Deadpool 3 and then fucking off. Also, Tim, Gumby movie. If Eddie Murphy can play him, I'm in with you. I totally think that that's an amazing idea. And I'm
Gumby movie, that'd be
100%
awesome.
behind it. Let's cast Pookie.
Come on, Pookie.
And also Spidey films, I'm 100% with you that Kevin Feige needs to figure out a way to, you know, control the Spider-Man universe and also control the MCU. Like, it's just, everything's gotten out of hand. So I think they need to kind of rein it in and get their shit together. I mean, I don't know. What's
Henry
144p? What does that mean?
What's-
Am I
Sabrina.
pixelated?
Yeah,
Just
you're
low
pixelated.
resolution.
Oh, yeah.
Loves Hump Day. You know what?
Wow.
Sorry.
Maybe he just wants to tell me he loves Hump Day. I don't know
Am
why.
I back?
Yeah, well, you're still pixelated a little bit. But Sabrina, do you think that I mean, Henry Cavill is a big talent. They've been talking about how he signed this contract. Do you think it'd just be like a freaking one-off, though? It doesn't seem like a big one-off. You know, like people have been trying to get him in the MCU for a long time.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of cameos and a lot of little parts in Deadpool 3. And so, like, I'm not saying that he might not come back, but I don't think it necessarily means that he will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a chance. Maybe I just don't think he's the next Wolverine, like moving forward. You know, I don't think he could be. I think you get somebody younger. You know, they want somebody shorter too. They want him to actually be comic accurate, like Hugh Jackman. There was always a problem with him being over 6 foot. Put him like other actors on apple boxes around him for a long time. You know, and then they gave up on it because he was such a fucking good talent.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, Hugh Jackman, I think, is spectacular at that part, and it's going to be hard to fill those shoes like ever. That's why I think going the direction of like Daphne Keane. You know, I think that's something that she doesn't have to fill his shoes. It's a different character, but it's still in the same, you know, yeah. But there's still, you know, there's still the connection. So I feel like that's for me, that would be the best way to go, because it's not someone filling his shoes. Because I don't think anyone can play Wolverine the way Hugh Jackman played Wolverine. It's untouchable in my opinion.
I can't wait to see him in Deadpool 3. Like, honestly, it's going to be fucking great, I think. And I think that, honestly, at the end of the day, we're going to be very excited to see where they take that moving forward. I heard there's like 5 endings they have shot. They're trying to figure out where to take it in the MCU. So that'll be interesting, too. I don't know. Jake, how do you feel about this? Do you think this guy, because you were working in the business for a while, about like, you know, you heard about some drama, like managing stuff, how things work. Do you think there has to be some kind of drama going down for this guy to be fired right now after like spearheading a whole franchise? Especially you're running X-Men, which X-Men is their very first thing they're pushing forward, and you're firing this guy. Do you think there's got to be some behind the scenes drama? That's why they don't want to say it, that maybe something bad happened. And do you think that, again, Henry Cavill, Wolverine, does that make sense to you?
Something definitely happened. Who knows what? I mean, this day and age,
Could it be contract?
it's no, I don't think they would do it the way that they did if it was contract. You know, at least there would be a statement from one party. You know, for him to just disappear makes me think that it's more like some kind of scandal type deal.
Like no comment. That's what I say is no comment. It's like, that's
he's
fucked
just
up,
gone.
right?
I wasn't sure who this dude was, so I Wikipedia'd him, and it's not a good idea. But I just kind of like a brief. This is who this guy is, and it sounds like he might be a little controversial for some. As far as like what he's done. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out.
That's so tantalizing, Jake. What did you find out on his Wikipedia page?
Yeah, what'd you see there, Jake? What are you holding back with, man?
I'm not holding back nothing. It's all out there. I don't have to say it.
I know the big thing that they were saying about him too was how it was like revolutionary for Marvel that they hired him, because he's like the first African-American gay writer they've hired for like any of their productions. And so people were like really stoked about how like, you know, it's like how he's like a new voice for Marvel, you know? And they were excited about him bringing this voice to X-Men 97 because he was trying to change some of the characters to be more accurate based off of their ethnicities. And the 97 didn't do that. That's why there was like some minor recasting for X-Men 97.
Yeah, he whitewashed some stuff.
He did, but he did do some of that too. And so that's why people are mad. It's like, but they did change some people. There were some people that weren't brought back because he wanted to make them more, you know, ethnically accurate to their characters.
Sure.
But then there's other times where it's whitewashed. So people were kind of back and forth. That's why there is some beef about this series coming forward too. It's like, why isn't that? Then some of the actors died, you know, since 97, like some of them died. Unfortunately, some of them are gone. So they have to replace them. Like Magneto passed away. I think the guy who played Cyclops passed away. And the guy who plays him now sounds very accurate to like what he was then. Could that be something that maybe like they started butting heads maybe, but that's still like, you hired him for a reason. You know, he had this idea. It seems like you wouldn't fire him because he had these ideas. It seems like you were giving him opportunity because these ideas were good, right? Doesn't it seem like that? Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think any of that is a reason for him to just disappear the way that he did. So something happened, and whether it's huge or it's just a retooling of the program moving forward, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But Henry Cavill as Wolverine, no, maybe not.
Jake's like, I don't want that.
He could do it, but it's definitely not going. If you're going to recast Wolverine, it has to be as good or better than the original. And I don't think he can do that. So they should keep looking.
I also want to know, Jake, like, how
Yeah.
old is Henry Cavill? What do you think?
He's close to 40, isn't he?
I mean, he's gotta be, dude. He was born. Oh shit, this motherfucker.
He's
born
older.
40 years old. May
Okay.
5th, 1983.
So he could do it. He
Yeah,
could.
he could.
40 years old, do it for a solid 10 years. You know, Hugh Jackman's 55 right now, I think, or 50. So 55, I think. And I think that he's coming back to Wolverine. Maybe they think, well, he's 40. He could probably give us a bunch of movies.
Yeah, but he
and
did
he's
such
ripped.
a good job, though. I don't know if he could.
Yeah, it's
I don't think he
impossible
could
to fill
redo
those
it. I don't think he could be better.
Well, that's right. That's why I say, like Sabrina was saying too, like Daphne Keene. Like, you just change Wolverine for a while. Change the dynamic. You already you introduced her in Logan, and she was great in Logan. She was fucking awesome. Introduce her in this. Again, there are screenshots. It seems like in Deadpool 3, they go back to Logan's grave. So Deadpool goes there. And if that happens, maybe they bring him back to life for a second. I don't know how they're going to work it. They said they're going to fuck with the legacy of it, but maybe she could be there too and then be involved. And she's rumored to be in this movie as well. So, I mean, I think she's fucking great. She's a fucking spitfire, kick-ass motherfucking great actress. And I think she could be great for this, but we'll see. Sabrina, what do you think? Do you think that overall Daphne Keane should come in, not Henry Cavill, or do you think that Henry Cavill makes sense? And do you think that this guy was... maybe there's some that Marvel's changing for their direction of X-Men. That's why they fired him. Oh, you're muted again, I think.
I'm sorry. I'm in a hotel, so there's a lot of noise. So I keep trying to, muffle that for you. Yeah, there's murmurs over here in the chat about an OnlyFans page. I'm not really sure if that's true or not, but
Yeah,
for
had
Bo?
one. Yeah,
That's
Bo
what I'm
had
saying.
it.
I
Oh,
think
Jake
that's what
knows
Jake
that
was
shit. He's
talking
holding
about.
back on us. Jake's
that
holding
was
back
the-
on us.
that was the secret.
No, it's not a secret.
Um,
It's just like a non. It was like a non. What's the word?
Publicized.
No.
Let's not talk about fucking that at all.
Okay. Whatever.
Let's-
So if that,
I think in general that's what it was. Let's not talk about this in the room. You know what I mean? That might be what it was at Marvel. Then Marvel maybe found out about it and it blew up, and they're like, "Well, fuck, that could make sense. Like, why the fuck do you have an OnlyFans when you're writing a head writer for Marvel? Like, what the fuck? Don't you have enough money? You gotta." I mean, I don't want to be controversial, but you got to
That's a
masturbate on camera to make more. I don't know.
Conflict
Well,
of
I mean,
interest.
to be fair, OnlyFans, I think people show their feet on there too. Like, it doesn't mean that he's masturbating on camera. I think there's a wide array of things that go on there.
I'm sorry. All I know about is from my watch on South Park, and that's all Randy was doing was masturbating on camera. So I'm sorry. That's where my mind goes.
I mean, I've
never seen
I don't know.
OnlyFans.
I think there's a wide array of things that happen on OnlyFans. There's I don't know. There was some chick was put a thing on Instagram that my brother sent me, and he's like, people pay her to watch her swim. Why don't you just swim in a pool and make money? And I'm like, I don't know who these people are, and that sounds ridiculous. So I think there's just there's a wide array of shit that happens on there. I don't know what he's doing, and I don't want to say that he's doing something that he's not doing. But I could see Disney frowning upon that. You know what I mean? That's probably a problem for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think that there's probably just something underlying that doesn't have to do with his ability or his talent or what he's been doing. I think it's probably something else,
Personal.
unfortunately, because that happens. Yeah. Which I get it. There's a perspective, but at the same time, your work life should be your work life, your personal life should be your personal life. But when you're representing a company or you're representing a brand, there are certain things that are unacceptable for them,
Mouse
especially
doesn't like
somebody
it,
like
Sabrina.
Disney. Yeah, I mean, Disney doesn't, it's fucking Disney. So, I think that's what it is. And as far as Henry Cavill goes, I think Tim and also it was either Edward Hyde or Richard Tracy said that he was wooden and that his acting is stale. And I agree entirely. I'm not a Henry Cavill fan. I really am not. His Superman was so brooding and boring and angry and sad. And it was like there was no Clark Kent and Superman. It was like the same person all the time. And it's that's the whole point of having that whole alter ego so no one knows who you are. When you act the same and you always have that furrowed brow and you're always sad and you're always pouting, it's fucking stop being a little bitch and fucking do your job, Superman. So I don't need him to be Wolverine. I don't mind him for 5 minutes. I don't need him. I mean, look at fucking Christopher Reeves. That's how you're supposed to play a fucking Clark Kent.
Dynamic Superman. That's true.
Shining light. Shining fucking light.
I mean, I don't know. Henry Cavill is doing like
Stay off those
what Robert
horses.
Pattinson is doing for me for Batman. I'm like, rein it in, bro. Like it's
Shots
basically
fired.
the same. It's the same kind of thing.
Shots fucking
I'm not saying he's
fired.
as bad, but it's they're the same character. Like Bruce Wayne and fucking Batman are the same character. He's like the same annoyed,
Pattinson.
like angry fucking kid. Which whatever. I know that there is a part of the comic books that actually does lend to that. If Sean was here, I'm sure he would be able to tell you much more about that. But I don't know. It's just for me. Yeah, that's right, Pepe. I just don't see it. I don't want him. I definitely don't want him to be a new Wolverine. I could stand him for 5 minutes in a movie for a cameo, though, for Deadpool 3, for the sake of having everyone in the fucking universe in the movie. Just, because it's going to be
Great
that.
point.
So, thank you, Pepe. And that's, I'm all for like a Daphne Keene situation for sure. I think she's very capable.
Who wants to go see this
she's a
with
great
me?
actress. All right, I'll go with you, Pepe. Come on.
Yeah, Daphne King
agree,
on screen is
Richard
fucking
Tracy.
great. I feel like that makes more sense than recasting. Mike, how you feeling about this though? You hear all this stuff back and forth. Do you think that Cavill is the man to be the next man with claws, or do you think this is just again giant freaking robot? They had a whole thing, giant freaking robot being like, we are not just like reporting fake news, pretty much. So they're trying to be like, this is real. Do you think they could be? And do you think that there's a lot of shit happening with X-Men that Kevin Feige's trying to navigate, and that's why he's firing people, so it's the right fucking move for X-Men moving forward in the MCU?
I think that Sabrina makes a salient point regarding these DC top tier heroes, that they're kind of hitting one note when they should be having, I don't know, multifaceted, dynamic personas. I don't know. I would for sure like to see Henry Cavill as briefly make a Wolverine appearance, but again, does he have the same kind of? It's massive shoes to fill for huge jacked man. And although he too is a huge jacked man, I don't know that he can reach the pinnacles of vascularity that our previous Logan reached. I am interested in this OnlyFans account because this alleged 97 OnlyFans account that was it was the very first OnlyFans account that was registered to the internet in 1997 was
it Neve Campbell?
Yeah, because hypothetically, right, OnlyFans is, you can just support someone, you can watch them doing whatever it is that they want to do.
Terrible.
Well, yeah, maybe it's terrible, Pepe. I mean, maybe he's just doing a beast impression and hanging up by his feet while he blew himself. I'm curious because
You can't be serious.
it was an Arrested Development reference.
Oh, it
Pepe. Calm down. I said that he blew himself. It was a beast / Tobias Funke David
Tobias
Cross
all day
reference.
You should
not
carry on
again.
a recorder and record yourself and listen back to what you say.
Thank you.
Nope, that's totally fine.
We can do Tobias quotes back.
I know. I'm
and forth
sorry. I love Arrested Development so
all
much.
evening. No, I mean like literally. I think that's a good idea, and I think that we should do that because
One
it's
show.
so much fun to do that.
Can we not do this?
Okay, Pepe. It does seem like there must be something else going on though. Does it not? Like, because
It does.
it was ready
It has
to go.
to, man.
Everything was lined up, and all of a sudden, and I mean, even like, is it just this OnlyFans stuff? Like, it feels like if this alleged OnlyFans whatever is released, like, I don't even know that in and of itself would be necessarily problematic. There would have to be, thank you, Sabrina. It seems like there would have to be something else in conjunction with that. Like,
Yeah.
so it really does feel like we're gonna have the other foot drop, unless I don't know, this is just a massive coincidence, and
I don't think
this is
it
all
can be at this
separate.
point.
The timing seems.
timing
yeah, it doesn't
is-
seem like it could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems that way.
I feel like it has to all be coinciding for a reason. It's like there's
Allegedly, yeah.
It's all
allegedly, yeah.
Or maybe they're
Yeah,
just raising
allegedly.
publicity. They're like, oh, everybody's talking about it. Now they're going to, because no publicity is bad publicity, right? I mean, it could be that too.
It could be.
He
And
could
it,
be
it seems like
sacrificial
that's
lamb.
what they're. It seems like that's really what they're doing with all the the Deadpool 3 releases that they're doing, right? Like they're
Yeah.
just doling them out because it's a massive multiverse thing. They're letting us know like one at a time these special moments so we can talk about them independently.
moments.
And it fucking succeeded. I'm excited. I did not even watch the second Deadpool movie until like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
And now, yeah,
You just watched it?
because I didn't care.
I haven't
and I
seen it
only
either.
half
Shit.
watched it, Brian. I watched it while I was working on other stuff.
It's not as good as the first one, but it's still good.
But this one, because they're working in it's I don't know. We got a lot of Sony activity tonight, Brian. I
A lot
don't
of
know.
Sony.
I don't know. Maybe
Sony
this is
is
all
fucking-
Bob Iger. Bob Iger is saying he wants to rein it in. So Sony's like, hey man, you got to step off. We really have our eye on our own properties. So back off, Disney. That's what's
Well, this is
happening.
supposed to
Mike,
be
I
something
love your
good.
jokes, but we want to get through these hot takes. Come on, man.
God damn it! It's not a hot take and it's not a joke, Peppy.
Peppy, are you drunk?
I love it.
Okay, I think that's pretty
All
cool.
right. Peppy's very vocal tonight. Did you drop whiskey on the floor, Brian? What's going on? Have you gotten Peppy drunk?
Peppy is always drinking. He really is, you know? Peppy does his thing. Peppy, you drinking tonight?
Not today, player.
Yeah.
No, no one believes
Not
you,
today.
buddy. I know you are. We see you. We
Tell
hear
your
you.
friends to watch us live.
Thanks. I just think that at the end of the day, there's a lot of shit happening here at Marvel, and there's a lot of pressure about where they go, what comes next. There has to be. X-Men 97 is very ambitious. You're taking an old IP-ness, you're wrapping that sumbitch up with this new series, which is crazy because we thought it was done before, but no, it's coming back. There's a lot of action left in that IP-ness. So you thought it was done. It was shriveled up. It was in the corner. It was not coming back. It's back again. And Marvel, it's their first branch into this X-Men universe. They want to be great. Now, if they have controversy with this person, if they are doing something, maybe on OnlyFans, maybe something else they're saying in public, maybe there's something that's not good, and it's the next step for your brand, you're going to cut ties. What's going to happen? Because it's going to be very big for what comes next with Marvel. And that might be what it is. I didn't know about the OnlyFans thing. I think that the House of Mouse, would not like that. And I think at the end of the day, they just have to protect their ass. And they have a lot riding on X-Men 97. They really do. A lot fucking
My
riding.
question is, which House of Mouse executive was on OnlyFans and found him? That's my question.
That's
Oh,
a
Bob Iger for
good
sure.
fucking question. And that is,
That's the power of love.
that's what that is. But the X-Men are coming, everybody. You know, they're coming. You'll hear this song some more because it is coming back for X-Men over on Disney Plus. So get ready. X-Men 97 drops in 7 days. And hopefully it's going to be great. And X-Men will be revolutionary for Marvel where they hope it will be. We hope. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Happy Hump Day. Hope you had a great humpy day. The humpiest show on a Wednesday here. Kruse Control live for you on a hump day. Happy March 13th.
Did you read that, Brian?
But,
It says Brian's Mickey Mouse is my new text tone.
Great. It's fucking great. I got a few.
Hilarious.
I got a few, Zach. Got a few. Not much, but you know, it's not like back
That's
when
racist, Tim.
men were men and bitches were bitches, Zach. You know, that was a long time ago.
I remember that day.
Anyways, thank you for being on our Kruse Control, everybody. Mr. Mike Casey, our resident intellectual himself. Thank you for being on our Kruse Control. Appreciate you as always. Hope you had a great fucking hump day. Hope you humped it up better than you humped it any hump day before. And you're happy to bring the hump next week too. Appreciate you, man. Hope you had a great time tonight.
Yeah, it was great. It was great getting to see you, Brian, Sabrina. Great having a chance to talk with you, Zach. Everybody in the comments, you're cracking me up. Nice to see you, Spidey and Ed. Like I know Peppy wasn't having it because he wanted me to keep it to a tight 90. But Peppy, sorry, dog. If I'm bringing it, I'm gonna bring it. Okay, so
I want more.
Yeah, you can't make up your goddamn mind, Peppy.
He really can't. Pepe's all over the place tonight. You know, he's all over the place. Right,
I think
Pepe?
Peppy found
And
Tobey Mcguire's coat from
here
Spider-Man 3.
Pepe does not want to talk about Spider-Man 84. Pepe, Spider-Man 4?
Can't
We're
be
talking more?
serious.
Thank you, Queen.
I know you don't want to. But anyways, thank you for being here. Mr. Jake Sonacki, thank you for being here as always. Check out Iron Oaks. He's got some great stuff coming out. Of course, he has some seasonings coming. He also has a lot of great products for you. Jake, tell people what you're doing, what's going on, and thank you for being here on Kruse Control as always.
Thank you for having me. I sell barbecue stuff. It's pretty simple. So,
Get in there. Get fucking in there.
yeah, sell barbecue stuff. And
What's the link again?
ironoaksmoke.com.
Come on, Jake. Really?
Yeah, buddy, that's what I do.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Jake. Hope you had a great hump day. Thank you for joining us here and humping it up with us on the humpiest day of the hump on a hump day. Thank you.
Do the hump.
Sabrina, thank you for being on Kruse Control as always. Happy hump day. Hope you had a great time. And thank you for helping out as always. Hope you had a good time tonight.
Yeah, I had a great time. I'm sorry for the audio issues or for me not being able to hear you. The hotel is spectacular with the Wi-Fi. I just would like to go on the record and say that I have had a steak made by Jake on more than one occasion, and it's spectacular. So whatever barbecue shit he's selling, it's fucking good because he's a spectacular chef. So just gonna put that out there. Also, you guys are amazing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for participating. Please, if you have not already, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Just even the little thumbs up gives us a lot of fucking power, and I really appreciate you guys all for coming in and watching us and supporting us all the time. All of our usual suspects here. I really appreciate you. We're nothing without you, so thank you so much. And again, Jake makes a badass motherfucking steak, y'all.
Yeah, he does.
Well, the cow
agree with
does.
you,
I just
Sabrina.
cook it.
All right, rein it in, buddy. I'm throwing you props. That's not raining on my parade.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Plug it. And thank you all for being here on Kruse Control.
Have a good
as
night.
always.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
Peppy, have a good night. I mean, I gotta say, before we
Can I
go,
just like rein it in? It's over.
Peppy, see ya, not yet, man. Hold on. I gotta do my shit first, man. Thank you for being here on
Have you
Kruse
fed
Control.
him? He seems hungry.
He's all over the place. He's all over the place, you know. What's going on,
That
Peppy? You
sounded
know. Yeah, I'm like, Peppy, like, can you freaking calm down, man? I mean, like, he was like, I was talking to him earlier.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I was talking about the freaking Scream thing, and he's like, dude, I don't want to see this, right, Peppy? We're like, wow, why would I watch this?
Who is this for? That's all I'm wondering. Who is this for?
I know, that's what I said earlier. I'm like, I don't know who it's for. It's for people that love the original, I guess. And then was like, oh, fuck no. And then we finally agreed,
That's
right, Peps?
milking the
Hell
penis.
yeah.
Finally agreed, but anyways, everybody, thank you for being on Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you. Hope you had a great night. Happy hump day. You gotta spread the word. Keep those numbers going up. You gotta tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great. Keep going back to that great grandparents of the fucking universe and tell them. Go in time, get that fucking time machine, travel back and say, you guys subscribe to Kruse Control and tell every fucking person right in your fucking will, subscribe to Kruse Control. All the chinchillas and the dogs and the beavers and the bears and every fucking creature you know in your whole life that you see every moment of your day, you pass by, subscribe to Kruse Control. All the fucking friends and the family and all those aunts and uncles that fucking hate you and give you diapers for your birthday, tell them to subscribe to Kruse Control. Every fucking person that comes down from Venus or Earth or Mars or Jupiter or Uranus and fucking lands in your fucking backyard and says, hey, I'm here, I'm moving in. Subscribe to Kruse Control. All the mailmen, the fucking badgers, and all the fucking every fucking postal worker in the world that's fucking not delivering your mail. Like, what the fuck is my mail? They don't give it. They keep it. They fucking put it in their pants. They take it home with them. Tell them to subscribe to Kruse Control and keep my fucking mail. And tell the whole universe, please subscribe to Kruse Control. Numbers keep going up and get up. Eventually, we love you so much. Thank you. I can't say much more. Happy fucking hump day. We appreciate you. And the fucking chickens, as always. The fucking chickens who are pecking your dick. Subscribe to Kruse Control. Anyways, everybody, have a great night. We love you so much.
Rude.
And have a great weekend. We'll be back on Friday. As always, Friday will be a great night. Again, we're back on our normal crew, drinking it up, having a good time. And Pappy will probably be shit-faced. This fool has been nipping into the Jack Daniels too much. Anyways, everybody, until Friday, see ya.